Hi there, this is Dr. Eben Osar with the Institute for Integrative Health and Fitness Education, actually, Integrative Movement Institute now. Welcome to this edition of Integrative Movement Insider. Growing my beard out, trying to get into my writing mode, conjure up all the great authors in history that had the beard going on. So we'll see how that works out for me. So this week in our Facebook Live post, we're discussing the rotator cuff. Hello, my friend Rahul from India. Great to see you on as always. In this edition of Integrative Movement Insider, what's up? My best friend Pete from NJ. In this edition of Integrative Movement Insider, we're discussing the rotator cuff. And if you've been following the last few weeks, we've been discussing how posture and rotator cuff function, or how posture influences rotator cuff function. Hello, my good friend Jackie will be with her trainers later on today discussing, actually, the hip, not next week is the shoulder. So one of the things that will happen to you, the more you put information out there, is you'll start to put a target on your back, and people that don't agree with what you say, and it doesn't matter if you're talking about politics, religion, relationships, cars, whatever you're talking about, people will start to take target at you if they don't agree with your opinion. They're happy to let you know that they don't agree with you. So we've been putting out some posts for our integrative movement specialist community about posture. And our good friend Jana, integrative movement specialist down in Florida, she's helping us with this marketing piece. And she says a local trainer is starting to post, the more that she posts about posture and how it relates to function, the more this local trainer is starting to put things out there like posture doesn't matter. Don't waste your time talking about posture, trying to address posture. Go to somebody else who, this is an old paradigm. So, first of all, I'm going to try to be real PC. Some people don't know what they are talking about because we see the impact of non-optimal posture every single day. Because posture, as the title says, posture doesn't matter until it does. And here's what I'm talking about. You can have a client come into you with posture that looks like this and have zero pain. No pain. It doesn't mean that they are functioning at a level that's most optimal for them. Okay? So let's clear that up. It's not just about how your client feels. I had a client, Morris. He fell in his shower, hurt his shoulder. He was on vacation or he was traveling for business, calls me up and says, Doctor, I'm sorry, my shoulder hurts real bad. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, go through range of motion. So he went through some range of motion, and he's like, it's full range of motion, I have no problems. So I'm like, okay, you probably just bruised it, irritated it, just put some ice on it, rest it. When you come back into town, we'll take a look at it. When he came back into town, I was like, oh, he got full flexion. I'm like, he's got limited external rotation and very limited internal rotation. So I'm like, I don't think you tore anything. So we worked on it for a couple of weeks. I'm like, it's not getting better. Let's go do an MRI. Well, he had torn two rotator cuff muscles. Now, at that time, he had zero pain. He initially had pain when he fell, but then he had zero pain. So if you take somebody like Morris, who has zero pain, but super limited internal and external rotation, one of the things he said he couldn't do is like, I can't shave my face. I can't get my hand in this position. And if you lack internal rotation, you will have trouble getting your hand up to your face. He's like, I have a hard time drinking a cup of coffee because he doesn't have internal rotation, so he's got to maneuver his shoulder like this. So again, you can have no pain and have lots of limitation in function. If you look at the research, it says that 1 in 3 individuals over the age of, I believe, somewhere around 60, 65 years of age has a rotator cuff tear. It doesn't mean they have pain, and it doesn't mean they're functioning at their most optimal level. Check this out too. So just go into your, typical poor posture, non-optimal posture. We don't use the word poor posture too often. And now just go into shoulder flexion. Tell me how far you can get your arm up and how awesome that feels. So it seems to me that posture actually does matter because I can't get my arm overhead. Now, I just consulted with somebody yesterday in Sweden. He had bilateral rotator cuff surgeries and surgeries for dislocations. His posture was more like this, okay? He's like, yeah, I keep trying to work on strengthening these muscles back here, and I still have this kyphotic posture. And what he was told by his physical therapist is to do more of these retraction exercises. And I said to him, you have plenty of retraction. That's not your issue. If you have plenty of retraction, how do you get your arms forward to function in real life? Well, you have to overly protract your shoulders. If you have overly developed your retractors, which he had done on recommendations from his physical therapist. So it seems to me that posture actually does matter. And it matters a whole lot. And it doesn't matter until it does matter, until your client actually has limitations, which is far down the line for a lot of your clients. And what's interesting about a lot of these people that say that posture doesn't matter, a lot of them are really young. When I was really young, I could lift a lot of weight and I didn't really have great posture, and I didn't do good things with good, I didn't do exercises with good form, and I tore up my shoulders. Maybe you're lucky and have bad posture, non-optimal posture, and you don't tear anything up. Good for you. You're not in the majority. You're in the minority. And when you think about the clients that are coming to see you, especially your older clients, they are the ones that are experiencing chronic issues related to their posture, not just their posture, but their movement strategy that's related to their posture. You see, for a lot of your clients, posture and movement go hand in hand. Generally, your posture, your client's posture is a reflection of their movement strategy. Because your client that comes in like this, they don't all of a sudden like move your arms overhead. Oh yeah, now I stand up tall and move my arms overhead. No, that's not how it goes. They generally are like this, and when they move their shoulders, they're like this. Or they shift their weight back to get their arms overhead. So their posture strategy, I should say their movement strategy, marries their posture strategy. So when clients are, I should say, when other fitness professionals or health professionals are out there telling you that posture doesn't matter, put your blinders on, do what you do. Because I don't care what the research says. I don't care what other professionals say. I don't care what people say that is contrary to what I say and do and teach, that I know works every single day in my office with my clients. I've been doing this for a long time, 23 years. I've written tons of books. I've studied with some of the most amazing individuals in the posture and movement industry. And they all say and they all teach that posture matters as it relates to the client's movement strategy. Yes, do some clients need pain management because some of their pain isn't always physical in nature? Absolutely they do. But do what you do well. Teach your client more optimal posture and movement strategies. Empower your clients. Educate and empower your clients to move better, to function better, and then most of the time they start to feel better and they feel empowered to continue and to continue to work with you because you're helping them safely and successfully achieve their health and fitness goals. So if you're looking for more information on the rotator cuff and how it relates to posture and how and why so many of your older clients have chronic shoulder issues, why so many of your older clients don't get better with common, my buddy Pete, I need this reminder every morning. Love you, brother. Why so many common therapy approaches, like my client yesterday, Terry, he was doing tons of these from his physical therapist. Shoulders weren't getting better. In an hour session with him, 100% virtual, we increased his range of motion. And then he says to me at the end of the session, yeah, I think I'm just warmed up. I'm like, dude, we did no cardio. We did no stretching. We did no jumping around mobility work. So how can you relate what we just created? He's like, I couldn't get my arm to, he was lying on the floor. His motion before we worked was like this. And then after it was like this. He's like, oh yeah, I'm just warmed up. I'm like, warmed up, dude? We didn't do anything to warm you up. It's because we taught you how to stop doing the things. Remember we said a couple of weeks ago, you have to stop doing the things that are jacking your shoulders up. And then instill a more optimal strategy using the principles of the integrative movement system, the ABCs, alignment, breathing, and control. We'll share with you how these principles are so important to the shoulder health, and we'll teach you how to safely and successfully work with some of the most common exercises that create shoulder issues, which ones to eliminate, which ones to add. It's all free training. I'm gonna have Mary put the link next to this video. We look forward to seeing you this Thursday, February 11th at 6 p.m. Central. If you can't be on live, sign up anyway. We'll send you the recording. So this is Dr. Evan Osar with the Integrative Movement Institute. We'll see you on Thursday for Two Anatomy Geeks. My colleague Jill and I will be sharing with you the functional anatomy of the rotator cuffs. We'll teach you the rotator cuff cheer. I learned this way back in chiropractic school when I was studying for my boards, so I'm going to share this with you. So it's an easy way to learn the anatomy. Kate Query, thanks so much. The principles work 100%. Kate is one of our integrative movement specialists as well, so we're super excited to have you as part of our community as well. So thank you so much. Sign up. Mary will put the link next to this video. We look forward to seeing you Thursday at 6 p.m. Central sharp. This is Dr. Evan Osar. Look forward to seeing you. Look forward to opening your minds. And if you believe posture matters, if you're looking for strategies to help, especially your older clients, join us Thursday. If not, enjoy your Netflix binge watching on Thursday night. Take care. Have a great day.